First this evening, let's queer up LGBTQ+ civil rights. Marsha P Johnson was arrested live at Stonewall Inn, and it was not 1969, it was yesterday.
Night after night after night until police oppression has stopped in New York City. Now in the bar and on the streets, our trans community has been leading this fight with all of us. So let's hear something from Marsha P Johnson.
We want our gay rights and we want them now. Especially for the women. And hell have no fury like a drag queen scorn. Our street. Our street. Whose street? Our street. Whose street? Our street. There you go. Gay power! Now let's tell these pigs they can't come up in our community and beat us up anymore. We're gonna kick the cops' ass this time. Fuck the police!
The police!
So, with all the cars that are burning, with all the trash that's burning, we have Christopher Street. Tomorrow we take 7th Avenue, and the day after that, we go all the way to 14th Street. The subway is ours. This is our city, this is our home, and the village belongs to us. Night after night until we're victorious, until these terrible laws are repealed, until there are more LGBTQ police than straight police, we will be on the streets. So, you all got your bricks. Let's show them who's boss. But don't hit each other with them. Let's throw them where they'll do the most damage.
Legend says that drag and trans activist Marsha P Johnson may have thrown the first brick or shot glass to launch the riots in New York at the Stonewall Inn on June 28, 1969, but she was never arrested until this Stonewall Pride weekend 2024. The National Stonewall Museum in Fort Lauderdale reenacted the riot, and it included actual South Florida police departments, an electrified gay protest crowd complete with Marsha P Johnson. Stonewall Museum marked the 1969 event by converting the museum into the actual Stonewall Inn. During the reenactment, police entered the museum to hassle and arrest bar participants, including Marsha P Johnson. At the event, hundreds gathered to protest the police harassment and arrests, chanting "Our Village, Our Streets," and more. The event was a dramatic illustration of what happened to launch a worldwide civil rights movement. This is believed to be the first reenactment in history of the Stonewall riots led by Marsha P Johnson. A critical component was the reenactment was the actual police presence. Police departments from 6 South Florida communities, including Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Hialeah, Davie, North Miami, and Homestead, had police cars and officers present during the raid, arrests, and protests. A highlight was a conversation between Queer News Tonight anchor Al Ferguson and Fort Lauderdale's Mayor Dean Trantalis and Fort Lauderdale's Police Chief Bill Shultz. The reenactment took on emotional meaning as both the mayor and police chief are members of the LGBTQ+ community. The entire reenactment was led by Stonewall Museum Executive Director Robert Kesten. Ferguson asked Gay Police Chief Shultz about the irony of Stonewall Riot's reenactment with a gay police chief present. Captain Shultz said, quote, "It's not really. It was shameful that it took NYPD so long to apologize for Stonewall, but they finally got there. Today, it's completely different for the LGBTQ community. When I started in this department, there was no support for LGBTQ. Today, it's completely different," end quote. So the whole thing about Stonewall that I love is it is a legend. The historical facts have gotten so muddled. Marsha P Johnson herself said she was not there during the initial arrests. She didn't show up till afterwards, and she did help lead the protests. It's believed that Stormy Delavery, the drag king and lesbian, was the one who actually started the resistance against the police. But the passion that has been fueled over the years by these legends, because sometimes, the tall tales walk further kind of thing.
Right. Well, stories that are passed down do tend to have some editing and some exaggeration. And I'm really sorry that I wasn't able to attend this event, but it is incredible how far our community has come in 55 years. Right. This is the 55th anniversary, and having Bill Shultz as a member of the LGBTQ plus community, as the police chief here in Fort Lauderdale, and in addition to having the gay mayor, Dean Trantalis. So we've come a long way, baby.
I think it's great that we are able to reenact something for our youth, because this happened so many years ago that they're not going to really know the history behind it. Even if there is some storytelling or exaggeration of facts, it's a matter of that they can relive this history to understand what people before us have fought for.
I remember going to New York and standing in front of the location, watching the Gay Pride, which was as far as your eye could see, people that were, in our community, and it was just overwhelming.
Yeah.